testing a few things out here, doing some jamming in 432 hertz tuning. A little bit more peaceful of a tuning. You can even look at the harmonic resonance of the two frequencies, 440 and 432. And you'll see how beautiful 432 is, and then when you go to 440, it's like all messed up. Just checking out, testing the stream, seeing if I can multicast here. Let's see. What's it look like over on YouTube? I'm gonna go to my channel here. Oh, nice, it's there. Test 1, 2. Nice. Then I've got this chat here going. So if anyone sees me here, hey, Sean Becker, what's up, man? So I had an interesting idea to run by you, which was listening to, I've been playing these tunes in different tuning, like some Grateful Dead tunes, but not in the 440 hertz, but in the 432. And it's interesting. This is 432 right here.
Square, not a chill to the winter, but a nip to the air. From the other direction, she was calling my eye. Could have been an illusion, but I might as well try. Might as well try. Hey Joey, how's it going? So anyway, Sean, I was just wondering, Joey Rocha. Yeah, so that's what I've been thinking is like, what if you could do a whole bunch of Grateful Dead types of shows, but show the audience what 432 sounds like, you know, Sean? Like, play a whole bunch of soothing Dead tunes. Yeah. Anyone want to call in? 978-561-6168. I'm actually streaming on 2 services, which is pretty sweet. This is using Restream and enables you to go out to YouTube and DLive. And then it also brings the chat all into one thing, which is kind of sweet. Joey Rocha is a friend of mine. He makes truther content that's mighty fine. Talks about volcanoes and how Earth should be free.
flat earth hero's what he is to me. It's called the dose of reality. Brian Stavely and the community. We're singing in 432 hertz. Carla Red Pill is a friend of mine. She spends her time where I spend my time. Talking flat earth and Mandela effects. Don't mess with her, 'cause she's always got a wrench. It's called the dose of reality. Brian Stavely and the community. Yeah. Thanks, Joey. Chee-hoo. I got 2 Joeys in the house. How can that be? Joey Rocha, you gonna send? Okay, we're gonna do some jamming. If you're gonna share this stream, we're gonna get rocking. All right? I'm gonna put this up at a pace that you guys are gonna get fired up this morning. You ready for that? You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, you like that one? Flat Earth Unity, Joey. This is the year 2020, right? Big year, big election, big waking up year, right? Chee-hoo! Isn't that what he says? Joey Rocha. All right, let's pull up another one here. These are good. These are in 432, so you guys are getting the sweet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You guys are getting the sweet
Searching
sound.
for a beach vacation?
Oh,
Find
hello.
it at Verbo. They search millions.
That's crazy. Skip that. All right, let's bring this up. Yeah, you like that? We're about to slow jam this mother. Oh, yeah. That was crazy. You like that?
I'm talking about the flat earth blues, yeah. Joey Roach is in the house, yeah, from Hawaii. Rooster Ninja, I'm talking to you, Rooster Ninja. It's good to see you all jamming in the morning, yeah. How about this one, Sean? If you can name that tune, I'll give you $1. Little girl lost in a forest of dreams. It's a dark old wood, damp with dew. A hoot owl hoots for a moment, it seems. Something big and cold has got a hold of you. Just when everything gets scary, your daddy's coming round for his darling again. Hold my hand with your little finger, and daddy's loving arms are gonna gather you in. Ain't no way the boogeyman can get you. You can close your eyes, the world is gonna let you. Your daddy's here and he never will forget you. I will take you home. I will take you home. Gonna carry you back home in my arms. I will take you home. You got it, Sean. Long is the road you must travel on down. Short are the legs that will follow behind. I don't know for sure just where we're bound, what we will be doing and what we're gonna find. But wherever we go, there'll be birds together right we go, I'll be right there near you. You can't be lost if you're always found. Ain't no farm thick enough to hide you. Your daddy's gonna be right there beside you. But if your fears should start to get inside you, I will take you home. I will take you home. I'm gonna carry you back home in my arms. I will take you home. Oh, it's been a long time since I played that one. Got a lot of chords in there. Hey, Karen Ann Preston. It's been a while. I haven't been on YouTube in a while. I've been streaming over on D Live and messing around with some of the new technologies and whatnot. But I love following your posts and stuff. I love the fact that you got a granddaughter that's a wrestler. I ran into another guy on D Live. He's a jammer, and he's got an 8-year-old son like me, and he's also a wrestler. Thought that was pretty cool. Hey, Jess, thanks for the compliment. Hey, Derek, what's up, brother? How you doing? All right, we're gonna bust out some. Let's try something like this. Oh yeah. Ooh. Thriller's gone, yeah. The thriller's gone away. The thriller's gone, yeah. Thriller's gone away. You know you've done me wrong. You'll be sorry someday. The globe is gone. The globe is gone for good. The globe is gone.
Uh-oh. Better stop this one.
Trouble hearing.
That one's about to go crazy. Let's drop the volume on that. Do you like these background tracks? Joey Butts. Lucky 7. Seems like that's my lucky number. I get a lot of 7s, you know? A lot of 7s. It's a big number, 7. You know, I was talking to someone the other day about 7 and how, like, a lot of people's lives, maybe Joey can fill me in on this, about all the big things that happen in 7s, like when you turn 7, then when you're 14, going through like puberty and stuff like that, and then when you're 21, there's another big change. Then when you're 28, that's like the last big change, supposedly. Joey, I got a question for you. You talk about these raw foods that you're eating, and I see you chowing on cheeses and stuff like that. What do I need to get, like, the raw food stuff that you're getting? Are you getting special cheese, or do I just go to a deli and say, give me the raw stuff, or how's that work? Do you know? Because I'd love to eat more just completely raw stuff like you were talking about, the raw food diet. And I think I don't know, you can eat eggs and cheese and stuff like that, dairy, ice cream. Oh yeah. Hey Jackie. How's it going? Are you on you're on YouTube? Yep, Freedom Grower. He rocks. He's like he does this kind of stuff with the guitar, and it's awesome. I love him and Country Gravy Bear. He's got quite a setup, and we've been doing live jams, trying to get them working, and you know, it's pretty cool to have people across the country being able to jam together and be in sync and stuff like that. But it's pretty amazing the streaming technology that's out there makes it possible to pretty much give them the raw stuff, Derek. That's what I'm saying. Like, I see them eating these cheese slices, and they look like American cheese slices, and you know, they're supposed to be raw food. Just wondering, hey, Country Gravy, I was just talking about you and your setup. I love your setup. The jam room you got there is amazing, dude, and well organized too. You got cables hanging on the wall. That's pretty sweet. I was rocking out to some of these tracks here. Let's see. We got to keep working on those jam rooms. All right, let's see. Oh, this might be crazy. Let's give it a shot. country. Oh no. Something is messed up with this one. Holy cow. Oh no, not this one. That one's too heavy. Oh, how about this one? 432. Country Gravy, we're doing 432 today. Oh yeah, man, we're doing 432. Groovy vibes, all for you.
Some of these tunings are a little interesting with the 432. I'm not sure if how they're listing them, but oh yeah, Country Gravy. If you got what do you have on your desktop? Do you have like Logic or my Logic allows you to set the project settings down to another tuning. So the bass setting is normally at 440, and I just set it down to 432, and it's pretty dramatic. Like I had two sounds at the same time, one at 432 and one at 440, and they're pretty far off. It's pretty interesting how discordant they are. Oh, so Ableton Live, if you go to the project settings of some stuff that you're doing, you might be able to see something like the master tuning that it has. I can also look up if you, yeah. Let's try this one. I hope this is sounding good out there. Hello! This is for Country Gravy Bear. Yeah! Hello! 432! YouTube sucks. Did I just say that? That was for you, Country Gravy. I could see you rocking that one. You were playing some Hendrix the other day. That was pretty cool. Well, she's walking through the clouds with a circus smile. Her mind's running wild. Yeah. It's alright. 4:32. It's alright. She can take anything she wants. Anything for me. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles she gives to me for free. It's alright, it's alright. She can take anything she wants, anything from me. Little Levin in the house. What's happening? Karen B. Karen B is a friend of mine. She spends her time where I spend my time. She talks flat earth and Mandela effects. Don't mess with her, 'cause she'll cut you. It's called The Dose of Reality. Brian Stavely and Karen B. All right, here we go. In addition to this, we're gonna get one of these things fired up. Watch this. You're about to be blown away. Let's put this down here so we don't blow you away. Literally. Go. Hello. Over the borderline. Karen B with the booty line. Over the booty line. That was her favorite song from the, that was funny. And she started singing the song, the borderline, the booty line. Over the booty line. All right, here, let me get a more suitable beat going here. Yeah,
yeah. Joey Roger is a friend of mine. Makes truth of content that's mighty fine. He talks about volcanoes and how Earth should be free. Flat Earth hero is what he is to me. Comatose of reality. You know, go ahead. Brian Stavely and the community. Karen B is a friend of mine. Spends her time where I spend my time. She talks. The heroes of what she is to me. Called the dose of reality. Brian Stavely and Karen B. We're down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans. We're back up in the hills near the Evergreen. In a log cabin made of earth and wood. All right, let's get back to business. How's everyone doing? Oh, so get this. About a week ago, Brian Stavely did a show on the risky business. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure. The risky business Mandela effect, you know, how everyone thinks that Tom Cruise comes sliding in with the sunglasses and the white shirt and everything. Turns out that he's got a pink shirt on and no sunglasses now. And so that was crazy. But then I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed, and right after Kobe Bryant died, Kobe comes sliding in on my screen wearing the pink shirt, no sunglasses.
And I have no idea why it showed up on my screen, but it was like an ad for all the best Kobe moments ever or something like that. And it's him wearing the pink, and I was like, wow, this is like right after the accident and right after Brian had done this whole thing on on that particular Mandela effect. So then after the Super Bowl, or during the Super Bowl, I forget what, Domino's runs an ad, and it's the guy sliding in. He's got the, the Bob Seger music. Let's see if how can I do this? Oh, I wish I knew how to bring up the screen share. So it's a Domino's pizza ad, and the guy comes sliding in like Tom Cruise, wearing the pink shirt, no sunglasses. So it's crazy. How in the world are these things happening, you know? It's like one right after another. Crazy. Let's see what this one sounds like. Oh yeah, this might be. This is for Country Gravy Bear. The 7's here, bro. Yeah. Man, these are fun to rock to. I could sit here all day. These are all in 432, folks. This is all music in 432. Okay, let's hear this one. We changed the frequency back to 432. Our ears couldn't take it at 440 anymore, so we turned it back to 432. Yeah, let's pick this up. flat of the sky. Lot going forward in the year 2020. People waking up and their eyes are showing what they just don't want to see. Ooh. Flat of the sky, hold on me. Flat of the sky, got a hold of me. And pretty soon, everyone's gonna see what we see. Pretty soon, everyone's gonna see what we're gonna see. Yo, yo, yo. So, who's buying a computer? Mac 123. You gonna put out some content? Is that what you want? You want to jam? Make some music? Karen, I love that stuff that you're making, the jewelry. That's pretty sweet. And that's gotta be tedious with all those little beads. Isn't it like a tiny needle, or like, what do you do there? Is it like you need a magnifying glass, or you got a thing that sorts them out? Because I could imagine myself just like sneezing and then like all the beads going flying and stuff like that. Just seems like it'd be pretty tough. Although, you know, I was into helicopters flying like, oh yeah, needle and thread. So, do you need assistance with your eyesight, or can you pretty much see everything that's going on down there with the needle and those tiny little beads? Because that's what would be tough for me. It got hard with these. I used to do helicopters, and when you crash them, you'd have to fix them, and they're tiny, 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 tiny little screws. Unbelievable how amazing. Yeah, it's tough. I finally bit the bullet. Maybe here, I'll show you. Do you have one of these? 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Karen. I wanted to show you something. Do you have one of these? This is a light, right? But then at the top, it's got this thing that opens up. And then you got a magnifying glass in there. Then it's got a light to it too, so. that made it pretty helpful to get a good sight of the screwdrivers, the little tiny screwdrivers and the screws. It's unbelievable how tiny these things are. I got a funny story for you. So you may know from Brian's, what's the series that he has where My Awakening? I did a show with him that was long. It was like 7.5 hours or something. And I talked about being an engineer. And so I did a lot of engineering stuff and found it fascinating, all the worldwide engineering that's taken place over the centuries and stuff like that. And one of the things is that the Swiss have always been known for watchmaking, right? Making really precision timepieces. You wonder how they got so good at the time telling. That's pretty interesting, that the Swiss are like the timekeepers on the planet, right? The plane. The Swiss have that kind of designation. We build the timepieces. But the key to building really precision timepieces is wire and wire thickness. And so people got increasingly smaller and smaller wire thickness. And we were in a race with the Swiss, the Americans were, and we thought that we'd be pretty tricky by sending them a little piece of the wire that we had that was really, really small. Like, you're talking about much smaller than a human hair. And we sent them a piece of this wire and said, hey, take a look at this. And the Swiss sent it back to the Americans, and they had hollowed out the inside. So I guess that they were able to drill out the inside of the wire. So they have much smaller equipment than we had. Nanotubes, yeah, that's what it's all about these days. It's all nanotubes. Look at those jet engines. There's like crazy technology in those things. But speaking of airplanes, another engineering story was the French were doing studies of aircraft windshields. And one of the ways to test is by simulating a bird strike on the windshield. So if a plane's going like 500 miles an hour, you can simulate a bird strike by launching a dead chicken at the window at 500 miles an hour and see what it does. And so they were doing studies, and they could get their windshields to protect, you know, the plane in the case of a bird strike at 500 miles an hour. And they had documented all their studies, and the Americans wanted to recreate the experiments that they were doing with the chickens. And so they started working through all of the lab notes, and they were launching these chickens at the windshield, but the chickens kept breaking our windshields. And we didn't know what was happening, because it was like at 300 miles an hour. It said that the windshield's thickness should have been a certain amount, and when we had that, the chicken would just like crash through the window. So we had no idea what was going on. We were doing the experiments just like the French people were doing it, but we were getting these, you know, broken windshields. So we sent our lab stuff off to France, and they took a look at it, and they wrote back to the Americans, and they said,
try defrosting the chicken. We were launching frozen chickens at the windshield. And that's gonna break a windshield pretty much every time, a frozen chicken. So this guy got this bird from a pet shop and brings the bird home, and the bird has a horrible mouth on him. He's cussing up a storm, and you no good son of a mother friggin', all this stuff. And the owner's like, whoa, wow, this is crazy. What's going on with this bird? He's like, you better cool it, bro. And the bird's like, why should I cool it? I've got every single right to cuss and be foul-mouthed and everything like that. And the guy goes, dude, you better chillax or I'm gonna throw you in the freezer. And the bird's like, oh yeah, try it, dude. You can't throw me in the freezer. I'm too bad for you, and he's cussing and doing all this stuff. Finally, the owner throws the bird in the freezer for a couple minutes, thinking that it's gonna teach him a lesson, right? And after a couple minutes, he opens up the freezer, and the bird's all like shivering. He's like, and he turns to the owner, and he's like, by the way, what did the chicken do? There was a frozen chicken in the freezer. I'll tell you what, that wakes you up real fast. What if someone threw you into a freezer and there was like a frozen human in the freezer? Yeah, that would be a wake-up call. That'd be like X-Files, Okay, things just got totally intense. Like, that's when you gotta work on all those moves to like bust out of things, like, zip ties and be able to pick locks like MacGyver and stuff like that. We have this car, and the car is a Volkswagen, and the Volkswagen runs well. Yeah, fire up that hoolie, Joey. Just chilling with the Hawaiian vibes. I'll tell you, Joey, I love that slack guitar they got in Hawaii, where they do those like cool tunings, and then it's just so relaxing to just listen to those guys play the slack key guitar. I've got a whole bunch of that on my phone, just to, if anyone likes baths, if you take a hot bath, like some Epsom salts, and like a couple brewskis, like or a glass of wine or whatever, just you lie down in that bath and you put on Hawaiian music, you can actually close your eyes and you will be magically transported to Hawaii. And it is unbelievable. It's just like, it's all it takes. All it takes is just a little of that music, and the senses get going. You get the steam from the bath going, and holy cow. Anyway, we have this Volkswagen, and the Volkswagen, it needs something done to it. And it's like expensive to do. And it's one of those things where you have to like figure out whether you want to keep the car or whether you want to get rid of the car. And it's so tough, because it's like, I think if we put the money in, we'll, it can go for a lot longer. But then again, could be that you put the money in and like next month it dies, and you're like, wow. Or something else comes up. That's probably more likely. Right? Some other thing would go wrong, and it's like, oh, that's another like $2,000. And then you're like, wow, okay. All right.
That's when you step back from the universe and you say, like, all right, you take the wheel. Did you ever see that cartoon where it was like, Jesus take the wheel, and then like Jesus is holding the wheel, and it's like, unfortunately, one of his tires, and he's like, not that wheel. Oh, who's a fan expert? Valiant one? It's a tow rag, which I don't even know why they called it a tow rag, but anyway, it's a Volkswagen tow rag, and it's got exhaust pipes that come out from the catalytic converters, and the catalytic converters aren't a problem. It's just that the bendy flexor pipe that comes from those catalytic converters has given way. You know, in the Northeast here, there's a lot of snow on the ground, the ice, and then they put the salt down, and then all the salt, eats the car away. So anyway, over time, the bendy flexor area has completely given out, so it growls now, and I have to drive it with like the window open, just to make sure that there's no like fumes coming in. But I've been up under there and I looked at it and I could see, it looks like I could put a new one in there, but I'm just not sure. It's an expensive job, and so I hope. That's pretty cool. The factory must be awesome, because I went to the dealership yesterday, and the dealership was like, wow, I couldn't believe the technology in a modern dealership these days. It's like, they have all these stations and all the tools, perfectly laid out, things hanging from the ceiling for all the different power tools, and it just like high-tech computer diagnostic, very clean as well. It's just like the floors are white, and everyone's just, you don't see a lot of like oil leaking from these things. It's just very, very clean. But when you do need servicing on one of these German cars, it's like crazy expensive. So I'm not psyched about that. The car's a 2006 Tarag, so it's got some years on it, but the cool thing is, Massachusetts, after 15 years, they don't check emissions, so like, it doesn't matter about like smog or, they just give it a waiver. So the catalytic converters don't really need to be brand new, which is good, because those things are expensive. If I were to put like the whole new unit in, it'd be like 2 catalytic converters at $1,500 each or something like that. So it's Valiant. That's exactly what I did. There's a guy called Auto House in the town next to mine, and he is a VW specialist. So he's gonna actually fix. He said it'd be like 3 hours labor to fix the one side that he knows is blown out, and then we'll go from there. See if that seals up the exhaust and the sound that's coming from under there. The other one looked good, actually, the driver's side one, because they're the 2 pipes. Yeah, some of these VWs, the German cars, they can last a long time. You can put like 350,000 miles on them. We had a VW Golf as well. There was probably, I think ours was like a 2001. And we had a lot of miles. It had Valiant. We had 200,000 miles on the original clutch. I mean, think of that. The original clutch was shifting perfectly for something like, I don't know, 14 years. It's amazing. All right, let me pull up some tunes here. Some of these look crazy here. Hello. Some of these things say they're 432. A equals 432. Okay, so that, when people say that something's in 432, they're talking about that A. It's like the root A is in 432. I thought it was C at one point. Test 1, 2. Free your mind, let your senses win, and see the sun above us spin. It doesn't set like we've been told to think, it just sails into the distance. Hark now, hear the sailors cry, lost at sea but in the night, saved by a far-off beam of light as it shines across the flat ocean. And when the fog all goes, I can see the truth that shows. And when the fog all goes, I can feel it, and I'll never fear it, because I freed my twisted soul, bent by lies since I was 1 day old. The sun doesn't set like we've been told, it just sails into the distance. Oh yeah. To all those haters. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you still, my boy, come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air. All right. Who's the hater? Who would come in and someone gave me a thumbs down? Wow. No biggie. I'm just gonna hunt you down. Can I get a what? Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I'll probably catch you, I don't know if Karen and Brian do a show tonight. If so, I'll see you then. Much love, everyone.